You caught me whispering. Whispering to myself. But you know what? Make sure that you talk to yourself every now and then. And I know people say, hey, it's okay to talk to yourself. Just don't answer yourself. Then you're crazy. I say to you, talk to yourself and then be sure to answer yourself. Because if you don't answer yourself properly, then you're crazy. Check it out. If you won't answer you, why should someone else? You know all the reasons for your questioning. You know all the angles. Wouldn't you be one of the best to come up with a reason? But I started to say one up because certainly we need help and input some other times. But go on and answer yourself. And that'll lead you to who you need to double check with to make sure you get the best answers. Okay. So we got less than 30 seconds for today's actual message. So let's get ready. Let's get in position to roll with that. All right. Oh, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Okay. So goodness to you. I'm Sporty King. And I say goodness because I don't know whether you're watching morning, afternoon, or evening. But isn't it great to have good in front of your salutation? Welcome to Gift Friday. I created because how many times have we heard people say TGIF? Thank God it's Friday. Well, I say, what allure does Friday have to that person who took their last breath on Thursday or any day before that for that matter? Therefore, I use what I learned through Psalm 92:2, and that is, it is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. So instead of using TGIF, I use TGIT, and that's thank God it's today. And then TGIT, thank God it's tonight. Thus, I get to also use one of my other favorite biblical scriptures, and that is Matthew 6:34. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Thank God it's tonight. Today's trouble is enough for today. Thank God it's today. You see, darkness always precedes the light. So consider another use for TGIF. And let's do some mathematics. Let's do some subtracting. Well, no, not yet, but let's consider another use for TGIF, and that is trusting God is free. Trusting God is free. Think about what it costs to be blessed with the greatest gift of the day, waking up. And that moves us into realizing that we can do some math. We can do some subtraction and some addition. First, let's subtract that T from the front of TGIF and move it to the end. So we'll subtract it from the front, add it to the end, and we get GIFT. Thus, we get what we should be thanking God for all the time, and that is today. You see, GIFT, God is for today. Gift Friday is the online sharing of one of my original poems and its possible uses to inspire audiences online, in person, or in spirit. Because as we receive and embrace a message in our spirit, then we become equipped to deliver it to someone else's. And then, by the way, in delivering, it's really passing the baton. When you pass the baton, the other person has to reach out, take it, and bring it into themselves. Each poem will then be my gift to you. So here you'll hear me read and share this week's gift. Then you can download your colorful keepsake copy that I'll post on Facebook and LinkedIn. Now, this week's gift is a refreshing inhale of this final Friday in March and a reminder to shower yourself in faith rather than the fear of what's happening in America today. I wrote this poem back in 1997 or 8, and it's from my book, I Found Out I'm Living. It's a storyline in poetry affirming spiritual growth. And it's an affirmation of life. It's the sequel to I Found That I'm Dying, a celebration of life, which is giving up the spiritual side. And then I Found That I'm Living, an affirmation of life, which is connecting. I found that I'm dying, giving up the physical, yes. And this is connecting you to the spiritual. The poem today is one of 16 that I wrote through the eyes of my senior citizens in one of 5 chapters that I spoke at during my final 14 years in Chicago, delivering my program, The Golden Brick Road, which in fact, when I moved from Chicago to Charlotte, I converted the program into a monthly fun letter, not a newsletter, a fun letter of the same name. So if you'd like to receive your copy, use this QR code or email me at sporty@sportyking.com. Okay, so that's to get your copy of The Golden Brick Road. Meanwhile, today's poem is titled Giving. First, here's the introduction in the book. These next 16 poems, I told you I wrote these through the eyes of the seniors, you read are those created through me by the words and thoughts of those who attended my monthly classes. As so many people have heard seniors say, child, I've forgotten more than you'll ever remember. We created a collection of poetry called Remembering More Than You'll Ever Forget. It's an unpublished separate book, but it's contained inside I Found Out I'm Living. The introduction went on, as you speak to a senior, you'll find this new statement to be true. And you'll need to remember to understand that they've seen and learned so much that they have the right to forget. They have the right to forget some things without giving any credit to senility. And I love it how in the book I said they, I was writing that back in my 40s, and now I should say we. We've learned so much, we have the right to forget. So if you're a senior or one day you're going to be one, or tell your senior friends, tell them, no, and this is what it points out in The Golden Brick Road. Don't let anybody tell you that you're senile. Tell them that you're exercising your right to forget. The introduction moves on. There were times where I wrote from the words they gave me and times where we wrote together using their names, their favorite colors, their numbers or expressions. Every time was a blessing. Where you see the improper use of capital letters in the poem, you'll know that that was one of the words that was volunteered. I remind you, as I reminded them, that if you have given birth to a child, volunteered your time, or bought a raffle ticket to support a worthy cause, you've done what? You have saved a life. Don't worry about counting each life. Just know that you have saved many. Today, you have the chance to save another, beginning with yours. Never forget that. And remember more than you'll forget. Here is giving. There's only one true originating point. That place is called your heart. There dwells a kindred spirit of a child who won't age, but ever grows smart. That child's neighbors are angels full of hope and opportunity. Their golden roads lead happily to the King. For as we give, we reach up to what we've received. We share our life, our love, our laughter, and trust in who we believe. We keep our smile aglow with sincerity, our touch ever gentle and reassuring. In fact, we become so humble and silent that some might consider us boring. Yet it is because we are calm that we prosper. What we give most absolutely is our thanks. Our wisdom has helped us pass the test of time, time more precious than money in the banks. There's only one true originating point. It's the nucleus of our dreams, saving us to see another day. Open your hands in praise to heaven's glory, for what you give can never be taken away. As we look at what's going on in our world and our America today, just remember, this too shall pass. Yet, only through prayers and faith, not fear, for our collective calm through this storm. Our track record states that we win through trust and patience. So shine, share, water, and nurture your gift. You're saving a lot of lives. Today, you have the chance to save another, beginning with yours. Never forget that. If you like a copy of the poem will be in the thread in Facebook and in LinkedIn. Have a safe life. starting with today and this weekend again, today and tonight. Thanks for joining me on Gift Friday, knowing that God is for today. And may your April shower you with joy and implant peace in your heart. I'm Sporty King. Thank you. God bless you and stay safe. Over and out. Peace.